This is Matt for Into Boxing. Delighted to be joined for the first time by Clifton Mitchell. Clifton, how are you doing this morning?
Mitchell, by the way. Get it
Yeah,
out.
I said Mitchell, yeah. No, I've been doing that a few times in interviews. Just keep slurring. I don't know what's going on. But yeah,
Too much
Clifton
alcohol
Mitchell.
last night.
Nah, not for me, my friend. Maybe for you, not for me. How are you doing anyway?
I'm not too bad, how are you?
Yeah, very good, very good. Been getting a lot of opinions. It's fight day, Khan versus Brook. Not necessarily a prediction, but what have you made of the whole build-up to fight week?
I'll tell you a little thing that I saw yesterday on the Stales, yeah?
Yeah.
I thought, Kell looked in fantastic physique,
Yeah.
condition, and Amir Khan looked a bit dry. Never his body. If you look at the two different body shapes, does it mean a lot? Or doesn't it? Looks like one's struggling to make their weight a lot more than the other.
Yeah.
If your body's dry and you're coming out there, and doesn't mean a lot, but it means something.
Yeah. What do you make of the weight? 'Cause there was a big talk about Kell, and because of the contract stipulations about £149 and it not being a championship fight, and Amir having sort of things his own way, there was a lot of talk that Kell might stick two fingers up and say, "I'll take the fine. I'll take £2. You can have your couple hundred grand and fuck it." But he didn't. He came in and he made the weight comfortably and looked great. So was that a surprise to you?
No. But he's been out there before Christmas, hasn't he?
July, I think, we started being back in the gym. So he's been.
So he'd been on it as soon as he knew that there was a
chance, I think.
A chance of it, so he got back on the gym, and I think, like I said, Amir Khan cannot learn too much off this new trainer. Really can't. He really can't. Whatever he's learnt, he'll probably do within the first 2-3 rounds, and then
revert back.
He's going to go back to the old Amir Khan. You can't change it. How old is he? 30 odd?
35, I think.
Yeah, 35. So how is he going to change it now?
Yeah.
He really has. So him going there, first he was with Virgil Hunter, then he moved from Virgil Hunter to this kid. Before he was Virgil Hunter, he was somebody else.
Freddie Roach.
So he's had, and for me, he's had that too many wars, me.
Yeah. Do you think the trainer thing is quite important? Because Kell's gone back to Dom.
Of course it is.
And obviously Dom knows Kell from
the age of 10,
way back way. So is that a key factor, the fact that he's done it the camp right, he's gone back to Dom, and then you've got Amir who's split between trainers.
I think it's all right for Kell. I think it's the best thing for Kell.
Yeah.
Because Engel fighters only can train by Engels.
Engel fighters what?
Only can be trained by Engel fighters.
Yeah.
Engel trainers.
Yeah.
Understand?
Yeah.
That style, there's not many people that can go there and take it off. You have to be in there from a child to get it, really get it.
To ingrain it in, yeah.
There's probably, the only person that's not been there from an amateur is probably Junior Witter. That's won a world title. Nobody else has done that.
Yeah.
All the other ones have been there from day one.
Yeah, like your Kid Galahad's, your Prince Naz, all of them.
Yeah. They've been there from day one. And I know the system, being an ex-Engel fighter. So I will say that my prediction is Kell round 9. Something like that.
Round 9. You think it'll go that far into the fight?
Yeah. I was going to go that for. I'll tell you what's going to happen with Kell.
Will Amir be winning the rounds up to that point?
I think he'll be winning the rounds to about round 4, and then it will catch up.
Yeah.
That's my opinion. That's it. Everybody's got opinions.
Of course they have it. And look, this is the only fight week I've been actually been doing this where there's not been from anyone I spoke to a definitive answer. Yeah. Everyone's whiz-was across one side or the other or sat on the fence. Is this a case of we see Amir, in your opinion, maybe coming out, sticking the jab out, trying to win the first few rounds, and then Kell closing the distance, closing the gap?
I think that's how it's going to be anyway. Whether they were 25 or 35, that would have been. And I think he says speed beats timing. I think
timing beats speed.
Yeah. All right.
No, I thought that's what you meant. I was just saying that's what you meant.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Yeah. Just like you got my name wrong. That's all right. I was going to say to you. So if Kell Brook is, I just feel that he hasn't got many miles on his clock as Amir Khan does. I think Amir Khan's been clocked. Khan's been round the clock. Twice, 3 times. And you just look at their resumes. He's been the bigger fights. He's had more rounds. He's had harder sparring by far. So there's no way
he's had worse knockout losses. Would you say as well?
Yeah. What, Kell's been lost once, twice.
Yeah.
Twice.
3 times. Spence Crawford and obviously Golovkin, which he shouldn't have been anywhere near, to be honest.
And Spence has realised how good Spence really is now, don't we? So, and he was winning that fight up until about round 6.
I think when people talk about Kell Brook, we forget in these fights where he's had the losses, you take Golovkin. He was technically, whether it was inevitable or not, he was winning the toughing rounds, and he looked good. I think it was, I can't remember, he was going around Twitter the other day when he had this one round where he met fire with fire, and he was winning all the exchanges, but eventually you had a feeling Golovkin catch up. In the Errol Spence fight, he got caught in a sweet spot which did his eye, and you look, that kind of, and then Crawford.
I think two things. People will say, oh, he died after 6 rounds, or did his eye put a, how can you put it, a little bit of a downer on his fight at the time, why he thought, I'm injured here, I'm injured, and then the kid had seen a slight bit of doubt and upped his game, didn't he?
Are you on about Spence? Well, Errol Spence, like, he's the wrong man to be in the ring when you have that type of injury. Like, it's not. And
I'll tell you what, I've been watching Spence on the pads, and his pad man. Different. You need to watch him.
Errol Spence on the pads.
He's
not one who's notoriously like people go watch him. Like, I'll watch him on pads. He's more that people associate him with like crippling body punches.
What he does is pressure, but it's not mad pressure. It's just pressure. Continuous, break you down pressure. He doesn't actually throw loads and loads of punches.
No.
He just breaks you down with his footwork in your face, and mentally he's doing it as well as physically.
He's a terrific fighter. Well,
let's get back to Kell Brook anyway.
Go on. Which part? We were talking about that. And the other variable is both eye sockets I think have gone before. So my thing in this fight was, is that going to play a part? Is he going to have that? Is he going to be that sweet spot where? And not that Khan throws particularly hard, but is he Khan going to have that? Because he normally does like a 6-punch flurry and comes out of range. Is he going to? Could that be a factor? Do you think his eyes?
Well, he's been sparring and he's had no problems with it. So we'll see. When you got 10-ounce gloves on, it's a little bit different. 8-ounce, sorry.
Jesus.
Hold on. No, it's 10 ounce. 10. The 10s.
10s, yeah.
Yeah, the 10 ounce, because it's over 147, isn't it?
Yeah.
So, for me, don't make no difference if it's 8s or 10s, to be fair. Really. No, not really. Not really meant no difference.
Both do damage.
They both do damage, but get knocked out with 16 ounce, never mind 8 ounce or 10 ounce. With head guard on.
I know, we've seen that.
So, I feel Khan, the pluses for Khan are, he's got good movement. The negatives for Khan is that he's got to keep it up for 12 rounds. And he can say he's been out doing this and doing that, doing this and doing that. But, in the grand scheme of things, can he keep it up for 12 rounds? Anybody can do it in the gym. I'll give a prime example. Amateur boxers, they'll spar 8-10 rounds in the gym. As soon as they get in the ring, after 2 rounds, they're blown out their arse. You know what I mean?
Do you know when that happens though? Is that when, because the sparring, it's more of a, I don't know how to put it, is it like the
tech spar?
Is it more of a either a tech spar or is it more of a like a professional spar, whereas they're not maybe feeling as rushed to win the rounds? How's that?
I just think it's just anxiety before the fight. That's what it is. Just anxiety. So they've both done it enough times to know how to feel, how to get the endorphins in the right place, and how to calm themselves and how to get themselves to it's about soup or a kettle. A soup in a pot, if it's not hot enough it doesn't boil, and if it's too hot it boils over. It's about getting it to bubble. That's what you need to do.
That's a beautiful analogy.
It's true though, isn't it? You just want the soup bubbling. Just want it bubbling. You don't want to be too hard, too over, or not enough. But that's the key, isn't it?
Finding that balance.
The balance,
Well, look, I'm looking forward to fighting that. While we've got you on, I want to ask you just about one other fight, because he's over here now, and we've just talked about Errol. If we can ever see, if there is a
Bud.
I want to see Terence Crawford and Errol Spence have this fight. Can I get your opinion on that fight? Because that is a fight that's mega. Like,
well, to be fair,
I know he's got.
They've both stopped Brook, haven't they?
Yeah.
But the thing with Bud stopping him he didn't have a proper camp, did he? Really?
I don't think he did.
No, he didn't have a proper camp. I've seen the pad work and I've seen bits and bobs, and he didn't look the great. Yeah. So I don't really take that as, I take it as a loss, but I don't take it as a Kell. Yeah. So if they both fought, I'm going to go with Bud. No, I'm not. I'm going with Spence, 1,000,000%. The reason I'm going with Spence is because he's that close and he's Jamaican, I'm Jamaican, so I'm going with that one. Big up the Yardies.
That'll do. Clifton Mitchell. Thanks very much for talking to Into Boxing.
Thank you ever so much for the interview.
No problem. We'll get you back on the channel as well further down the line. I'm sure there'll be other bits of the fight we can talk about. And
Sandy Ryan.
Yeah, listen, I was saying this the other week to one of my boxers, one of my favourite fighters to watch. She said when
fight week.
We get an interview with her around fight week. She's just so spiteful. Like, and it's brilliant to see that.
Listen. I call her the gorilla. Now listen, you see, if you come to the gym and see her spar with men without head guard, you wouldn't even know it's a woman. She's breaking people up.
Well, listen to this for, I suppose, a bit of a compliment. I interviewed Clarissa Shields.
Oh, you're the one who interviewed her?
And because I sent Sandy the clip to say, look, just thought you might want to see this. Because I knew they'd sparred, so I said, look, Sandy's one of her own, there's big things sort of hoped for her. You spar with her, what do you think? And Clarissa's words were, she'll be a future world champion. She spars the boys like I spar the boys. She's a real fan. Now, coming from her, that's...
Some compliment, isn't it?
Yeah, it is.
And I didn't actually go to the spar. I didn't go. I wasn't there. So I'd have paid. No, even more so. This is what type of warrior she is. She went to London on her own to spar with the GOAT. Yeah.
Really?
She went on her own. I didn't go. I just got off the plane from Jamaica that morning.
She's like, I'm going.
And she was saying, do you want to go, Cliff? I says, I wouldn't drive to London for 12 minutes. I'm sparring. I'm not going. And she goes, I've told her I'm going. I went, crack on, fill your boots. She went out there and I've got the spar. I've got the spars on video, and very, very interesting. Clarissa is very good.
Yeah, I have to admit, what I was not surprised at, because I've not seen Clarissa fight live before until that fight week in Cardiff. You see a lot of her on YouTube, but YouTube doesn't tell a full tale because people put compilation videos together. But it was her, almost like a Floyd Mayweather calmness to her. The way she was composed, she didn't rush her shots, and she picked them up perfectly.
Yes. And people say, oh, you should have got rid of her. To be fair, it's very hard to get rid of somebody that's
survival mode, tucking up dead tight. And Chris is not the biggest puncher. You can look at it like this. You can say Floyd Mayweather, Ricky Hatton, Manny Pacquiao. Yeah. Manny Pacquiao knocks out Ricky Hatton in 3. And then you've got Floyd that takes 10 rounds. But what does Floyd do to Manny? Schools him. So that's how I see it. I'm not saying, listen, for me, I'm a Brit and I want the Brits to win. But you've got to be honest. And when greatness is greatness. Yeah, because she's going to be fighting, providing Savannah gets past someone on March 12th, I think.
Yeah.
In Newcastle. I think that's where it is.
It is. Yeah.
She's them two are going to have a fight. They're going to get matched up. And you know what's good? We'll just touch on women's boxing. We see for years ringside we promote the fights. The men have been doing it for years. They're talking the shit. And it was nice to see. It was so refreshing to see Clarissa and Savannah going at it a little bit, promoting the fight, and I'm like, this is what it means. With not to say this is why the fight's get sold, because they're both talented, but it's good, innit? It's good to see.
It's like Sandy saying not shaking hands. She goes, I'm not here to shake hands with my opponents. Yeah. I'm here to knock your face off. Understand? She says, I have no disrespect. It's not a disrespect thing.
Yeah.
But this woman's going there to punch my face in.
Yeah.
And I'm going in there. I don't want to shake your hand. I'll shake your hand after the fight.
Yes.
And it's right though. I was probably worse, to be fair. I used to talk to him all the time. So she's got a bit of me rubs off on her, my little bit of character. But I like playing games like that. You know what I mean? But
there's nothing wrong with that.
No, it's a bit of fun, isn't it? A bit of banter. And if I can get an edge for my fights, I'm taking it.
Yeah, because at the end of the day, you don't want to look back and go,
I should have said this.
Shoulda, woulda, coulda. I should have done it.
One thing, Sandy Ryan will be unified. She could do 3 weights. Never mind 2. She could do 3. She'd definitely do 2. $1,000,000%. $1,000,000%. I don't know any girl on these shores that beats her. I don't know no girls in Europe. I haven't seen a girl to beat this my girl in the world. I've not seen one.
Yeah, you know what? I just love the attitude. Like I were at that fight week in Manchester where she came out. She had the Squid Game last time. You know what? I like. It's something different. I like that, mate.
But she's horrible as well, isn't she?
You are?
She's horrible.
Oh, she's nasty.
Yeah, she's
proper nasty.
Listen, you see her spar with the boys, she's trying to break them boys with body shots. She's trying to break them in half, mate. They take a couple of them, you see him dancing away a little bit. But yeah, she's probably the softest speaking, nicest girl, loving person you'll ever meet.
When you flick that switch though.
Mate, listen, her brother's the same, absolute madman, Rocky was. But, you know, for me, we've also got Harry Scarf. Harry Scarf is the best 147, in Britain.
What, right now?
Yeah, I'd say that. I don't give a shit about Conor Benn, all them, Vinicius and all them, I'll put him in there with him now.
Right now?
Right now. You're saying it, and I'm not putting him in there to get paid, I'm putting him in there to win.
Yeah, not for a payday.
No. And people will say that I'm talking shit. Okay, we'll see. We will see. I mean, he lost to... Conor
Benn were needing in the corner as well, weren't he? And he's a few weeks ago.
They've asked us to spar with him, actually, I think. That's his... yeah, why not? Harry says, yeah, I'd love to spar with him. I mean, listen, we think we're going to spar. We sparred out for this already. Now, listen, Karl is a good pal of mine. And I'm not here saying that. Put it this way, if you box Harry Scarf, you ain't guaranteed a win.
Yeah.
You're not guaranteed, because he's coming to win.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And he's tricky, fit, and he's got a very good boxing brain.
Yeah, well, it seems like you've got a cracking stable of fighters, and
we've got a few more.
I think over the course of this year, I'll pop down, have a look, get on to interview some of them, and we'll do a further catch up, a bit more of an extended piece on them, 100%.
No problem.
But Clifton Mitchell, thank you for talking to Into Boxing. Appreciate your time this morning, and let's roll on fight night.
Come on.